So what would you earlier we was having a conversation and I want to know, because we talked about your upbringing, we talked about how you got in the kitchen, we talked about the perception of female in the kitchen, right? And I know this is a big thing for chefs love to party, chefs drink a lot. Are you a drinker?
Me, I love to drink.
Oh, you were a chef for real then. You're really a chef, because I don't think you could be a chef if you're not drinking.
No,
it's either you're going to drink or you're going to smoke. It's either one of them or both.
Sometimes randomly through the days, like, boy, I want a Heineken.
So you're a soft drinker or a hard drinker?
A little bit of both.
Oh, so sometimes you like beer and wine. And,
yeah,
are you a wine
sometimes I drink a lot of wine. Okay. I drink a lot of wine. I do.
But the hard liquor is the hit thing?
I prefer, like my beers and my wines or whatever, but if I'm going to a party or just depending on the settings, if it's white rum, it's white rum. If it's Appleton,
say it again.
It's Appleton, you understand? If it's white rum, it's white rum. If it's white rum, I'm white rum, you understand? Like, I can't go to a party to drink wine. What am I, a clown?
Yeah, somebody gonna look at me. What's she drinking? What's that red thing in that cup? You drinking wine out of a plastic cup? Right? Wine glass in the middle of the party, no. If it's white rum, it's white rum, you understand? If it's a magnum, it's a magnum. I'm not a big fan of rum cream. What?
I have something there up here in my fridge now.
Why you don't like rum cream?
It's just not my thing. Not my thing. I just feel like for a creamy drink, you're either supposed to be sweet. Like, why you taste like liquor? I don't like that.
You know what you just did? You broke a stereotype. You are breaking a stereotype.
I know. I don't like rum cream. Make up your mind,
why did you say that? I think you're trying to prove a point. Why you said that? Because females love rum cream.
They do, but I don't like it. Make up your mind. Are you like a milkshake or what? Are you an alcohol? I can't keep up. I can't keep up with you. So make up your mind.
How do you balance that though? How do you balance? Because I know the chef, the life of a chef is like hours upon hours in the kitchen. How do you balance your job time and your personal time? I
keep low maintenance friends.
What that mean? What do you mean low?
Like, we don't have to talk every day. We don't have to see each other every day. You understand? But when we do talk and we do see each other, it's on like we never left, So when I do have the time, I have another friend who loves wine. She loves it. Like, I like wine, but she loves it. Right. So we're always going out to drink wine. Sometimes we'll just buy a bottle and park up somewhere nice and we'll sit and we'll talk and we'll catch up. After work, I'll go grab drinks with, a couple of the other managers. I go to the supermarket and make sure to grab some wine and some beer. So when I come home, I can just chill. Right. When I'm de-stressing from the day, I can just chill and drink a little beer or whatever.
Right.
I absolutely, I never, ever drink on the job. Never drink on the job because you have to always be sharp, you understand?
Right.
Like, you drink and then go to the somebody knock back to and then I thought, well, no, you can't do it.
Right. You got to leave by example.
It doesn't work like that. Yeah, so I never drink on the job, but outside of it, man, I throw them back, man.
So that means you have a good social life then. You go out and you have a lot of fun and you balance you balance you being a chef and just being a regular person.
It's hard. I think since COVID, I've maybe had a little bit more time because we're not doing the hours or we're not doing the volume that we used to. So I'm not as exhausted as before. I find that on my days off, I have energy. I can go out. I can do things. And people in general just have a lot more time. So scheduling has always been an issue for me because my friends would be off on the weekend and I'd definitely be at work, and then I'm off during the week and they'd be at work. But now I find out everybody just have a little bit more time and I have a little bit more time. Okay. And so it's easier. A lot of the times, things will be going on and I'd be closing up the kitchen and then running over to this party or trying to catch this person or whatever. So it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But, if you wanted to make it happen, make it happen. And I try to make it happen as best as I can. If it can't happen, it just can't, because my work does take a lot out of me, and everyone just understands that if I'm available, for sure I'm going to be there. But if not, you just have to Send me the pictures, man.
So can you dance? Oh, here we go.
I never come on this for the embarrassment in the man.
So you can't dance?
This is not what I signed up for.
Oh.
I mean, I can hold my own in the corner.
What do you mean hold your own? I don't know what that means. It's either you can dance or you can't dance. I can hold my own in the corner. I'm okay. On a scale of 1 to 8, I'm going to give myself like a 4. You understand? No. It's not horrible, but it's not great either. 4 is horrible.
It's not so bad.
Really? As a Jamaican, you're going to say you're a 4 out of 10?
If the dance comes simple, I can do it. If not, I can do it, but I just don't look good.
Oh, hell no. You live in like the biggest dance capital of Jamaica, and you have to learn all of these dances. I don't know.
I can do 1 or 2 things, man. I can do 1 or 2 things. But me's no big dance. You understand? Like, you're not going to find me out in the circle. Like, you know, the middle of the crowd. You understand? No.
Yeah, you can't win it all. You can't win it all at all. So, you know,
not for me, you know.
This is a beautiful conversation. I'm enjoying myself.
Me too.
What's your biggest, what would you consider to be your biggest accomplishment?
To date, I don't even know. I think that finishing UTech was a pretty big accomplishment because it's not easy. Mm-hmm. It's not easy. I think my biggest accomplishment has been staying in the industry. I think that is my biggest accomplishment because it's not easy.
Right.
It's not an easy industry to navigate at all. Like, persons have to grind. You have to grind so hard. Mm-hmm. You understand? Climbing the ladder is so difficult. You understand? So I think just staying in the industry, sticking it out, even when it has gotten tough.
Right.
I think that is my biggest accomplishment. Trust me, because it's not easy. You understand me there? I laugh and talk or whatever, but it's hard. It's not easy.
Life is hard, man. I said life is.
Yeah, but this harder.
Oh man, you know,
it's hard, man.
It gets. I remember when like my earlier days of being in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I got some leadership roles, and I was good at my job, but the balancing of my social life and my profession, I wasn't good at that. At some point I was, you know what I mean? But the pressure of executing, the pressure of doing all these things that people are requesting from you can get to you sometimes. And then, and that led me at one point in my life where I was drinking excessively. You know what I mean?
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, because it was so stressful. Every day was something different. And if it's not at your home, then it's on the job, and it's just they want this and they want that, and this is not good enough, and that's not doing it. And it got to a point where it's like, you know what, I got to find some way to relieve this stress. And I turned to drink, and I was drinking a lot. I was drinking on the job, off the job. I used to get like 3-4 hours of sleep a day. But then I realized that you have to stop taking life so serious. You know what I mean? You have to learn to turn your brain and turn your brain off. Like, now I can turn my brain on when I get to work. And when I get off, I turn my brain off from work. And when I get home, I know, okay, it's time for my family, or it's time for whatever I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm channeling myself every moment. So I play on my day. 8 hours when I'm at work, this is what I'm doing, or 10 hours, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And that's what makes life easy, and appreciating it, giving thanks every day. I wake up every day, and every night before I go to bed, I make sure I give thanks to the Creator for whatever, for waking up this morning, or for whatever I accomplished in the day. And that helps to kind of bring me down, because I understand the difficulty of working in the kitchen. And I feel like it's not only in the kitchen, it's every aspect of life. There's always going to be challenges, but you have to learn to control you and center yourself and everything else around you gonna always get and go to where it needs to be. You know what I mean? And that's
Exactly.
something I don't know why that came to mind to say, but I just felt like I had to say.
No, I think it's so important that you touched on that point, because I remember when I just took over the kitchen, it was such a stressful time for me. It was so stressful because, it was a very big task. The expectations were very high. I took over literally in December. That's one of the busiest times of the year. And, we had just gotten some new staff. And so there was so much to do with training staff, maintaining the standards, getting the purchasing right, getting the paperwork and the administrative part of it right. And I was so stressed, and I was thinking about work all the time. I'd be sleeping and dreaming about the kitchen. I'd be at work thinking about the kitchen. I'd be at home thinking about the kitchen. And it began to take a toll on me. I was exhausted all the time. Mentally, I was just exhausted. I just, I felt like I was crumbling under all the pressure. That was maybe one of the most challenging times in my career.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because the expectations were high, and the ones I set for myself were also so high. And this went on for like 6 months, 6, 7, 8 months of just this constant, just go. I was at tracks for 2 years before I took my first vacation.
Wow.
You understand? So I was just go. And I remember just sitting down and just being very honest with myself, right? And just saying that we just can't continue like this. You understand? My body, my mind, my spirit, my soul was saying that I needed that separation. I needed work time and I needed Jhanelle time. You understand? And so I began to separate. I began to untwine myself from the kitchen, untwine myself from the managers. I remember being on my days off and speaking with purchasing, speaking with the sous chef, speaking with the operations manager, calling, checking up, speaking with line staff, stopping by the kitchen to ensure everything is okay, popping up during the night just to ensure that, the service was running well, and being at work from 9 to 10, from open to close, from 6 a.m. to 7, 8 o'clock. And once I started to do that, once I started to actively relax my mind, I felt like I was so much better.
Yeah.
It was better for all of us. I stopped going to work and biting people's head off.
Right.
I was able to be a more compassionate leader because I wasn't so, uptight, because I'm coming off my day off, and I took my day off. I took the time to relax and to unwind and to come back refreshed and ready to go, and, more patience and more understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to do that. Right. Mentally, this job is very taxing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like at the end of the month, no one hears from me. On a month-end weekend, you're not going to hear from me because I'm so involved in what is going on in the kitchen. You understand? Mm-hmm. And that's just how it is. So mentally, it's a lot. Physically, it's a lot. When you're exhausted, like when I'm exhausted, I'm so emotional, so overly passionate about everything.
Right.
Not emotional, overly passionate about everything.
Right, I understand.
Yeah, you understand? I'm quicker to anger. I'm far more impatient. You understand?
Right.
It really changes the tone of the kitchen for me. A good time, a little vibes, whatever, to like tense and just pressure. You understand?
Right.
And that's not how I want to be. That's not how I want my staff to feel when they come. That's not. I don't want you to walk in the kitchen and feel as if you can cut the tension with a knife. So, you just have to take your time, and whatever it is that works for you. Definitely not drinking. So sorry to say that.
I've learned that. Actually, I don't drink anymore.
Yeah, we love a good drink, but moderation is always.
No, I don't drink at all because, like I said, I've done it so much. I've done it so much where now it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I was excessive, and I think there's a lot of chefs out there that are going through this right now where. They can't talk to their family because they won't understand, and they just turn to the only thing, which is the rum. It's right there. You know what I mean? It's right there. Like I used to, when I was at work, I just go to the bar and I just get whatever I want. You know what I mean? And this is anywhere I'm working, and this is for a long time. A long time. So, like I said, I learned now that you have to learn to appreciate life.
Yeah.
You have to learn. I used to be like that. I used to be, whenever I'm coming to work, people know what time I come in. And when I'm coming,
Yeah,
like everybody
man,
start running
tense.
around and everybody, because they know I'm gonna come in with attitude.
So
You know, I hate when the kitchen is dirty, so I used to come in and I just start throwing stuff away because you know what I mean. And I realize that that's not nice.
It's not nice.
I don't do that no more. I've calmed myself down so much where I don't even get upset when somebody cut me off on the road. The first thing I think about, maybe they're in a rush. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about people more now than I used to, and it make me calm down. Like now, I can go in, and everybody loves me. I'm always making people laugh, and everybody's having fun, but I'm still on point with what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I realize you can balance that. And like I said, I just shut my brain off. If I'm doing this podcast right now, once I'm done with it, I'm not thinking about it no more. I move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? But I want to ask you one more question before we go.
Sure.
What would you tell a young chef, female chef or male, that aspires to become an executive? What would you tell them the steps they should take?
There's no rubric, you understand? There's no outline, there's no playbook for getting where you need to go.
Right.
But definitely where you're positioning yourself. I mean, don't choose a dead-end company to work at. Point blank period. I tell them that it's not easy. And I cannot stress this enough. I think that in college, the work was romanticized a lot. I think, a lot of the TV shows about cooking and chef work, whatever. Yeah, you see the pots that fly or whatever, but it's romanticized.
Right.
And it's not romantic, not no romantic when you're over the stove and you sweat are dropping in your eye and you have to tell the chef change the plate because sweat just drop on it. It's not romantic.
Right.
When we're over the pot sink 2 o'clock, I wash up pot, it's not romantic. It's hard work. And I feel like that's what I would tell them. I tell them exactly what they're going to. It's hard work. It's very intensive. You understand? The hours are long. You're going to lose friends. You understand? If you're a social person, that will have to take the back burner. Your personal life will have to take the back burner as well. It's very sad to say, but it's true. That's what I tell them. Where you position yourself, stay true to your training, stay true to what you know. You understand? Hone your craft, practice your knife skills all the time, whether you're in the kitchen, whether you're at home. Work on your flavors constantly, stay abreast of what is happening in the industry in terms of, where food is going, where chefs are going, what the trends are, which some of them are a little bit shaky. You understand? Really shaky. But, just being open, having an open palette, just knowing what is going on and just dive into it wholeheartedly. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out and think that you're going to be good. You understand?
Right.
You're either all in or not. All in or it's none at all. You understand? So that's what I tell them. I feel like I have more to say, but the brain's tired. I
know what you're saying. But on that note, I want to thank you again for coming on and then giving me this opportunity to sit down. It was really, really wonderful.
Good.
It was really wonderful.
And I'm looking forward to your both.
Oh, definitely. Whenever I come to Jamaica, I'm coming to see you.
Please do.
Definitely.
Please do. So I can have you taste all my favorites on the menu.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna do that because I like to try new stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's how you develop the flavors.
You're going to like the spring roll, man. Trust me.
You keep talking about the spring roll, so I'm gonna try.
Them bad.
Is there a secret ingredient in it or something? Or is it where you jerk your chicken?
It's love.
It's love. Anyways, tell the people where they can find you.
So it's Chef Jhanelle Mair on Instagram, and from there it takes you. My number is there if you want to book me for any event, catering, small or large. My email address is Jhanelle_Mair@hotmail.com. If you want to reach me,
Jhanelle_Mail.
Mair, Mair.
Oh, okay, your
name. JHANELLE_MAIR@hotmail.com. And all
right. So
come around, you see me.
Or they can come to Tracks and Record and get some of your food.
Or they can come to Tracks and Records and get some of my food, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we plugging them. But anyways, the Pastrybear podcast, and we're out.
Bye.